I'm going to start off up front here. You can see I already have the hood popped, but the first thing I want to show you is how to pop the hood, because that is a common question because every vehicle seems to be a little bit different. But just under the right side of this blue Subaru symbol, there's the latch, and you can push it to the left. And on the Touring, we have the power hydraulic openers. This has a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder boxer engine, which produces 170 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque. You can see it here. One of the advantages of the boxer engine is that the pistons are horizontally opposed, so that makes it more fuel efficient, makes it a quieter ride, and just makes it a little bit more smooth. So that is the engine bay for you. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Up front here, we do have LED steering responsive headlights and LED daytime running lights around the edge here. What I mean by steering responsive is these bulbs can actually move left to right as you turn the steering wheel. On the Forester, we also have fog lights starting on the premium trim level and upward. Move around the side here. You can easily distinguish a Touring Forester by these wheels. You got 18-inch alloy wheels with a special design. These are only on the Touring trim level, and they look great. We also have, as in most Subarus, 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which makes it very capable in off-road situations. I've taken them on the beach before. All around the country on road trips, and it just does incredible wherever you need it to go. Moving around the back here, I want to show you the hatch and how it opens. There's a number of ways to do it, similar to other Subarus. There's a button inside next to the steering wheel. There's a button underneath the Subaru symbol here to open it. But you can also use the key fob. This key fob is only on the Touring edition with the keyless access push button start. And as long as the door is unlocked, I don't know if you can see it here, there's the hatch button here. You press and hold it, and you'll see the hatch opens up. You do have the option to make the hatch not open up to this full height if you are shorter or if you have a lower garage. Come inside here real quick. You notice that we also have the quick down for the back seats. This lever here will pull them seats and make it fall down. And you have an outlet here if you want to charge something. Same thing over here on this side. To shut the hatch, once again, you can either press the button next to the steering wheel, you can press the button on the back here, or you can use the key fob again, press and hold, and it goes down. You also notice on the back side of the vehicle the little circles here. These are for your parking sensors as you back up. It notifies you when you're getting close to something. A lot of people ask what they are, and so that's what they are. You also notice the backup camera here. You can notice, because I recently used the key fob, there is a little light. It looks like it's flashing, but that just has to do with the camera's frame rate. And that is called welcome lighting. At nighttime, it does a great job of illuminating the door, so you know which way or where the door is, and you can easily see it. But if you have your key in your pocket with the Touring, as I said, with the keyless access, you can lock the door by pressing the two little button lines here. And you can unlock it simply by putting your hand in the door and opening. Now that we have the door open, I'm going to show you some of the interior features. As you approach the inside, the first thing you'll notice is the power driver seat here. This moves it forward, backwards, moves it up and down, both the front and the back operate independently. This tilts the seat back, and this is your lumbar support that you can adjust there. And not only do you have buttons here to set your memory seat, but you can also pair your seat position to your key fob. So that's a pretty neat feature. The Touring and a few of the Limiteds also come with this Harman Kardon sound system. I was using it on the way here, and it's just really impressive. It gets really clear lows, really clear highs, and everything in between. It's an incredible sound system to come with. Inside the vehicle, there are a number of controls as well. I mentioned previously the steering responsive headlights. You have the option to turn that off. There's a dial to adjust the interior lights that in the displays. The blind spot detection, where I talked about where you can open up the memory height, the rear gate to a certain height, your vehicle stability control on the bottom left, and then the button just to open the gate on the bottom there as well. As I mentioned previously, this vehicle does have push button start. So in order to start the vehicle, as long as you have the key nearby and you put your foot on the brake, you'll see the push buttons turn green, and you press it and it fires it right up. From there, I'm going to show you this center display, which can be controlled with these three buttons down here. When I was the Encore delivery specialist at our dealership, a lot of people had questions about these buttons. And so what you do is you actually pull them toward yourself one at a time. There's an up, there's a down, and there's a select. And so I'll show you on the display here. Right now it has the digital readout of your speed. If you press it up, it'll show you how long your vehicle's been running. And then there's a blank screen there, and then the settings, which you can access by pulling and holding the middle button. And there's a few things that you can go through there. I have another video for those. On the steering wheel here, you have steering wheel controls for that 576 watt Harman Kardon sound system that I mentioned before. It once again really is incredible. You have different voice commands you can make for the radio, for navigation, even for the climate control. With this, you can answer and hang up with phone calls, the center buttons for mute. And on the right side, things get interesting. This vehicle is equipped with Subaru's advanced safety system called EyeSight. EyeSight includes a whole host of features. The most important ones are the emergency braking, automatic emergency braking, which is on all the time unless you manually turn it off. Along with that, you have adaptive cruise control. You engage the regular cruise control as you would by turning this on, and once you get up to speed, you set it. Say you're going 60 miles an hour. If the vehicle in front of you slows down to 55, it will slow you down to 55 without you touching the brake. And then you get out of the way, it speeds you back up. Now this button over here is actually your lane departure warning and lane keep assist. You press this button and it's going to look out for the lanes in the road. If you're going over 50 miles an hour, it's going to correct your steering if you are swerving out of your lane. This button goes along with the adaptive cruise control. You can see as I press it that it adjusts those three lines in the center there. And what it's doing is adjusting the distance that it's pacing behind the vehicles that are in front of you. I always suggest start off with the furthest distance and then move your way down until you get more and more comfortable. I'm going to move over to the Starlink infotainment system. This is a 6.5 inch screen here. My mistake, a 7-inch display here. You've got navigation built in here. Once again, you can use voice commands or you can manually type it in. You've got an audio system which can do things through Bluetooth, whether it be on your phone, on Spotify, Pandora, AM, FM, Sirius. You can plug a USB stick in. It does have a CD player still, Pandora, and another music streaming service called AHA. It obviously has Bluetooth phone connection, which you can connect the phone to, take and place phone calls from. It's got a few apps. We looked at some of them before. They are all connected through your phone. I'm not sure if you can see them or not through the camera, but they are there. Turn up the brightness. They're grayed out right now because there is no phone connected. And then info. This is called Subaru Travel Link. You get 3 years free of this on all Subarus with it. The most useful aspect of it is probably the weather here. It'll load the weather. It's just a little bit easier than pulling out your phone. I made another video going more in detail about how Travel Link works. You can also load fuel prices and get directions to gas stations around it. And then your settings menu, which there's no need to go through right now. You have a second display in here that's unique to the Forester. I'm going to try and get a little bit closer and get a little bit brighter here for you. And this is controlled with this button here. This button goes up, down, that's backwards, and you can press it in. But a lot of times it has to do with fuel economy information and your cruise speeds. So this is showing you a few different of those menus. It's got a clock, fuel economy over time. This one actually shows the the traction of the wheels. You can't see it right now, but as you're driving, the wheels will be green, and if one were to slip, it would turn red. And so that's just a neat little thing to have. Makes it a little bit easier to get some more information readily available. I previously mentioned the eyesight and the adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keep assist. Those are all powered by, you can see these two divots here, and I'll show you on the outside. Those are two cameras, so those are kind of like an extra set of eyes on the road, is how we like to describe it. And that is what is controlling all of those functions. This is called the auto dimming mirror with home link. You can see the 4 buttons underneath. The left 3 are programmable to any garage door or gate. The middle one is turning off the auto dimming function. I'll keep on moving up here. This is where, if you wanted to, you could turn off the forward collision and adaptive cruise control and your eyesight systems here. And this is for your lane departure warning. This is different from lane keep assist. Lane departure warning simply beeps at you if you swerve out of your lane, where the lane keep assist on the steering wheel actually will correct your steering if you swerve the wrong way. We also have Starlink Safety Plus, safety and security here. The blue button is your enhanced roadside assistance, and the red button is for automatic emergencies. So if you get into an accident and your airbags deploy, it will automatically call your car and make sure you're okay. So that's a neat feature to have. A few other features up front here. You obviously have heated seats. You got high and low for the driver and the passenger. And then you have something called X mode. This is actually the button here. It's kind of like additional traction control when you are off-road. You can't use this over about 15 miles an hour because it's keeping you in your first gear and helps. It also has something called hill descent control built into it as well, which will help you down a steep, unstable surface. This is the shifter that goes through different gears here. This does have a continually variable transmission, which makes for a very smooth and very fuel efficient ride. Your handbrake here, and then I'm going to try and open the glove box here. You got a coin, oops, keep on going. Coin holder here, and then this is also where your USB and auxiliary outlets are located. I'm in the back seat now to kind of show you the leg room back here. I put this seat to where me as a 6'2" person would be comfortable up front, probably taller than average. And as I sit here, I still have a few inches of room. Decent amount of room back here, very comfortable seats. You got your door handle, your window control, and an extra speaker. You can also get a good glimpse of how big this moonroof is back here. Let's see if I can get the brightness to adjust. It goes all the way back and really lets in a lot of light. That's about it for the 2018 Subaru Forester Touring. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions or other how-to videos you'd like me to make, I would be happy to. You can follow me at Me, You, and Subaru on all my social media pages and on my website at meyouandsubaru.com. Come see me in Wilmington at Parkway Subaru, and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks.